Shaq is one of the most dominant and unforgettable players in NBA history.
I am Shogun, loved by no one. Shaquille O'Neal.
Known not just for his size and skills, but also for his epic trash talk and on-court rivalries.
I get strong, and the more stronger I get.
How did Shaq handle those who dared to challenge him? Stick around and find out how he disrespected some of the biggest names in the league. From dunking over Chris Dudley to throwing shade at Kobe and Vince Carter, Shaq's stories are full of jaw-dropping moments. Don't miss the full breakdown on Sports Frenzy TV. Hey there, viewers and Hoops fans! You know, Shaq's a legend in the NBA, no doubt about it. But when it comes to trash talk, he's not one to back down. Let's talk about some of those moments when Shaq really laid it on thick. Like that time he went up against Chris Dudley, right? Dudley wasn't exactly a small guy, standing tall at 6'11" and weighing 235 pounds. But Shaq just dunked over him like it was nothing during that Lakers versus Knicks game. It was one of those moments where you just knew Shaq was in his element, and nobody, not even Dudley, was gonna stand in his way that night. Yeah, that game was a real showdown, and Shaq's dunk definitely left its mark in the Lakers-Knicks rivalry. Even though Shaq and Dudley might not have any real beef off the court, that dunk was one of those moments you just can't forget. Shaq made it look effortless, and poor Dudley was left hanging, looking like he could use a lifeline. What's really impressive is that Shaq didn't even have some crazy height advantage to pull off that move. And hey, speaking of NBA dynamics, let's not forget about Draymond Green and Stephen Curry's history with Shaq. Sure, they're all buddy-buddy now, but it wasn't always smooth sailing between them. When Draymond Green stirred the pot by claiming his team would have dominated Shaq and Kobe's prime pick and roll, Shaq wasn't having any of it. He fired back with that classic Shaq flair, saying he'd tear them up on the block. It was a moment that really showcased Shaq's toughness and his dedication to protecting his legacy. The man doesn't take disrespect lightly, and is not afraid to dish it out when he feels it's warranted. And then there's that whole saga with Jerry Buss. Despite Shaq's incredible run with the Lakers, things turned sour when they didn't extend his contract. Shaq didn't hold back in his response, delivering a savage blow that left no doubt about his feelings toward the situation. Shaq wasn't about to let the Lakers' decision slide without making a statement. Blocking that shot and then taunting Buss with those words, that's pure Shaq right there, bold and unapologetic. And to keep the trolling going even after the game, shouting "Show me the money" in the hallways, that's some next-level disrespect, especially considering it was directed at the team's owner and president. It just goes to show that Shaq wasn't going to let anything slide when it came to getting what he felt he deserved. This moment definitely stands out as one of the most savage displays of disrespect in NBA history, mainly because it was aimed at such prominent figures within the organization. And the Shaq-Kobe rivalry? It's the stuff of NBA legend. While they're often remembered as teammates and pals, let's not forget they had their fair share of clashes during their Lakers days. One moment that's etched in memory is when Shaq boldly declared he could win 4 championships all by himself. That's a pretty direct jab at Kobe and his clutch game-winning skills. But what makes it even more eyebrow-raising is the fact that Shaq needed both Kobe and Dwayne Wade to secure those 4 titles. It's like Shaq was throwing some serious shade while conveniently overlooking the contributions of his teammates. Talk about the bold move, even for someone as big as Shaq. The Shaq-Kobe saga was like watching a real-life drama unfold on the court. They were constantly vying for the spotlight, each feeling like the other was overshadowing their achievements. But despite the feuds, there was something magical about their chemistry on the court that fans will never forget. It's interesting to note that Shaq has come forward and expressed regret over their feud, even admitting that he still holds Kobe in high regard. So while Shaq may have thrown some disrespect Kobe's way in the past, it seems he's not interested in tarnishing Kobe's legacy. Now let's talk about Vince Carter. That guy was an absolute dunking machine, but Shaq wasn't about to let him have it easy. Now, on that moment with Vince Carter and Shaq in Miami, Carter dared to challenge Shaq in the paint, attempting to dunk over him, but Shaq wasn't having any of it. He promptly put Carter on his backside, making it clear that he wasn't about to let anyone else take over his territory. Shaq was notorious for being a physical defender, and that play just underscores how seriously he took his role in protecting the paint. No easy buckets against Shaq, that's for sure. But despite the on-court showdown, it's nice to hear that Shaq and Carter have a solid relationship off the court. They go way back, all the way to their rookie seasons, and Carter himself has mentioned they're good friends. It just goes to show that even in the heat of competition, respect and friendship can endure. So when it comes to Shaq, you can see he didn't just play the game, he owned it, both physically and mentally. From his unforgettable dunk over Chris Dudley to his legendary clashes with Kobe Bryant and shutting down Vince Carter, Shaq's moments of disrespect weren't just about trash talk. They were about making a statement and protecting his legacy. Despite the friction, many of these rivalries turned into friendships, showing that respect can come even after the most intense battles. What do you think was Shaq's most iconic moment of disrespect? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into Shaq's legendary moments, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on our channel, Sports Frenzy TV, for more exciting content. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.